JP Morgan, Swift CEOs communicate smack about Bitcoin another time. We are going to talk approximately Swift GPI today. There's lots of things going around and those sort of sharing the wrong data. So I want to move over the data in this video. I also have an older clip from David Schwartz right here that is definitely without a doubt cool, honestly precise. And we are also going to talk about RLUSD toward the seas. There's some new data coming to light. Approximately USDT that I assume you want to recognize approximately. So allows, cross ahead, and primary begin right here. Sunday morning show, let's move beforehand and play this. Here is the CEO, Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan Chase Bank. What Jamie Dimon has to say approximates things. Listen to him on the Bitcoin. You have no known as Bitcoin Ponzi scheme. You've said that it's as useless as a pet rock. What do you honestly think? You're going to have some type of virtual currency at one factor. So I'm not against its use closely via intercourse traffickers, cash launderers, ransomware. So I just do not experience top-notch approximately Bitcoin. I applaud your capability to want to shop for or promote it. Just like I think you have the right to smoke, but I do not assume you ought to smoke. I suggest you understand there may be reality in Jamie Dimon's perspectives around Bitcoin. Bitcoin is used for lawless, illicit interest. There could be legislation, laws globally proper. They should come together and bypass some stuff that could make it harder to apply Bitcoin in any such way. You recognize, I don't know, the way you restoration such large things, guys. American dollar continues to be the #1 thing used for illicit hobby globally. However, digital Forex will play a position in that. And what the ramifications of so that it will be in the destiny, we just do not know yet. I did want to, factor out that JP Morgan has been running on their personal blockchain solutions for pretty some time. This truly was known as Onyx, and now it is known as Connexus, but that is with the ed of JP Morgan. So they do have their very own digital belongings, digital payments, Lincoln Labs proper. So it says, free up more application for your belongings through the flexibility and power of tokenization, automate to facilitate transactions 24/7 in near real time, pass borders with our next generation deposit ledger and bills rail. And then it talks about a few other things here, but I think you get the gist right here. You understand crypto as an entire, Bitcoin being the primary. I assume that holds quite a few price and sway. I do suppose Bitcoin is going to continue to preserve going up in charge until the market involves a close here in 2025. When we move again into a bear market, will Bitcoin ever hit 1 million greenbacks? Personally, I accept as true with it subsequently will. How lengthy will that take that? That's the real query. I do assume it can honestly take place subsequent to the marketplace. Other than that, it will be a sluggish journey. Now, I did want to deal with this, guys, because who making a decision to observe and get statistics from online is definitely as much as you, but someone saying that XRP is going to be $317 someday in January, this does not sense, this feels, okay, so permit simply examine the tweet, after which I'll give you my context. Okay. It says XRP's rate will all at once be around $317.80 someday in January. This can be due to over $20 trillion coming into the XRP ledger from Japan. Japan's economy, huge money like that, BlackRock, JP Morgan. Okay, so I even suppose the cost proper, so about $2 trillion as I apply his contemporary correct. If 20 trillion came onto the ledger, suddenly it would convey the charge of XRP to approximately this. He's genuinely very correct on 20 trillion and this very near. But I don't know this character, so speak to me approximately this January, as in what we're in proper now, or next January, due to the fact ISO does not move into effect till November of 2025, right? This year, November, all proper. And then you realize there may be a year period where banks have time to come and flow over to ISO. So could there be some massive occasion that takes place where a lot of price just gets delivered onto the blockchain? Yes. Do I think it's this month, this January? No, for my part, all proper. All proper. Also here's what I desired to cope with. I had a few comments after I played a few of these clips in a video, in Beyond Videos, and I desired to address it today. Let me play this. And then we're going to talk about Switch GPI. I do suppose that what has occurred to GPI is a massive step forward. For 40 plus years, we had a symbol around how cross-border correspondent banking labored. It worked, but it had lots of barriers. We were a bit pass ahead. But I suppose it's a leap forward. When you're switching from a type of, you understand, if I cannot say, horse and buggy, to you recognize, hey, are we able to, can we make the horse and buggy cross quicker? Sure. But if we are able to truly just circulate to a Ferrari, permits do that. So you have stated other, which you suppose there's a global wherein Ripple should take over SWIFT. Well, I've also said, idea there's methods we ought to paintings with SWIFT. Let's speak about that.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. All right. So what is SWIFT GPI? So Swift Global Payments Innovation, GPI, is a fee provider that improves the rate, transparency, and monitoring of past-border payments. Believe it or no longer. When you send a move border price, relying at the period of the fee, like how far it wishes to move around the arena and what number of one-of-a-kind banks and rails it desires to tour to get to its final destination, clearly now and again they don't have any concept where your money definitely is. Believe it or no longer, it is simply a real reality. And at approximately 6% of global transactions become failing. This means that over half the transactions are failing to occur in the natural course of things. And when they do, 6% of those transactions become failing. And this says velocity, the median processing time is much less than 2 hours, the fastest routes taking less than 5 minutes. 50% of transactions are finished inside 30 minutes. And 96% are finished inside 24 hours. And it additionally says transparency affords visibility into processing costs, change charges and costs and times. It also has tracking. The GPI tracker affords actual time visibility into payment fame, including confirmations upon crediting the beneficiary's account. Remember, so that is nostro vostro, yours and mine, which means that you continue to want to have, what is it, $27 trillion locked up globally to make this antique gadget panting. So I assume whilst Brad Garlinghouse talking approximately going from a horse and buggy, are making it quicker, is talking about Swift coming out with Swift GPI.